The most powerful question you can ask is why. People keep saying, but your character, you're not pretty, so you understand you can't be the love interest.
Viola Davis has dropped some major truth bombs, seemingly warning young black actors about the perilous pitfalls of diving into Hollywood and all the skeletons lurking in its closets. So what exactly did she say? In a 2018 dialogue, Davis bared her soul and shared profound advice, shedding light on her own struggles and triumphs as an actor, while subtly calling out the industry's darker tendencies. Davis, celebrated for her unyielding commitment to her craft and her ability to infuse raw emotion into every performance, recounted her journey with refreshing candor. "My journey as an actor came from me just wanting to do something, wanted to be great at something," she confessed, laying bare the raw passion that propelled her into the limelight. Yet her journey wasn't devoid of pitfalls. With a touch of irony, Davis acknowledged her initial inclination towards conformity, a phase where she just wanted everyone else to think that she was great. As she delved deeper into the harsh realities of the profession, Davis unflinchingly addressed the elephant in the room, the systemic injustices perpetuated by Hollywood.
Why do I have to lose weight? Why is it that I have a deep voice and a wide nose and people keep saying, but your character, you're not pretty, so you understand you can't be the love interest?
Her words carry a weighty resonance, serving as a stark reminder of the entrenched prejudices that dictate casting decisions and perpetuate harmful stereotypes. In an industry where talent often takes a backseat to superficial attributes, Davis's unwavering resolve to challenge the status quo emerges as a rallying cry for authenticity and inclusion. Moreover, Davis's reflections offered a scathing critique of an industry notorious for exploiting its own. "Most people will say just go out and do it, but more than likely it's going to be hard," she lamented, exposing the stark realities faced by aspiring actors in a cutthroat industry where success is elusive and exploitation rampant. What's more, in the same year, Davis revealed for the first time that there were roles she regretted acting. When asked in a New York Times interview whether there are any roles she regrets passing up, Davis reframed the question, speaking instead about a role that she actually regrets having done, that of Aibileen Clark in The Help.
I don't want to leave you, but it's time for me to retire. You're my last little girl.
No!
The problem wasn't the part itself, she stressed. It was how the film, a 1960s set drama about a white woman, Emma Stone, writing a book about local black maids, one of whom is played by Davis, focused more on white voices than black ones. Almost a better question is, have I ever done roles that I've regretted? I have, and The Help is on that list, Davis said, but not in terms of the experience and the people involved, because they were all great. The friendships that I formed are ones that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. I had a great experience with these other actresses, who are extraordinary human beings, and I could not ask for a better collaborator than Tate Taylor. Why then does Davis regret the project? I just felt that at the end of the day that it wasn't the voices of the maids that were heard. I know Aibileen. I know Minnie, played by Octavia Spencer, who won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar. They're my grandma. They're my mom. And I know that if you do a movie where the whole premise is, I want to know what it feels like to work for white people and to bring up children in 1963, I want to hear how you really feel about it. I never heard that in the course of the movie. Davis was nominated herself for her heart-rending portrayal of Aibileen in the Best Lead Actress category. But The Help, based on the Catherine Stockett novel of the same name, largely revolves around Stone's character, a bright post-grad named Skeeter who sets about interviewing maids like Aibileen and Minnie for a book. As a whole, The Help centralizes its white characters, including two housewives played by Bryce Dallas Howard and Jessica Chastain. At the time of its release, the feature was criticized for playing into a classic white savior narrative, inspiring headlines like "How racist is The Help?" Per critic Wesley Morris, the film also served as yet another Hollywood movie that sees racial progress as the province of white do-gooderism. Skeeter enjoys all the self-discovery and all the credit. Another person who took issue with the film, Aibileen Cooper, the real nanny who worked for Stockett family and inspired the character Davis would eventually play. She filed a $75,000 lawsuit against the author after the movie adaptation came out, claiming her likeness was used without her permission and that the portrayal was embarrassing. Cooper was also displeased with the way the book characterized black maids. The suit was eventually dismissed by a Mississippi judge. However, Viola Davis didn't always possess such certainty in her beliefs, and even in herself. In 2021, Davis told The Telegraph's film critic Robbie Collin that she paid her way through theater school at Rhode Island College and later at the Juilliard School in New York City. She recalled ushering one night and watching the theater's onstage adaptation of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and almost stopped breathing. "It was like I was watching a famous singer that I loved in private, even though I didn't even know who Ma Rainey was at all," Davis said. The How to Get Away with Murder actor went on to say that when she was a student at Juilliard, she never performed any plays by Wilson, who famously wrote a cycle of 10 shows about African Americans in the 20th century, all but one of which were set in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The award-winning star said that this was largely because her graduating class at the time didn't have enough Black students to cast in the shows. "I can't say that I'm not appreciative of my training there, but I did not find a sense of belonging. It was a place that taught classical, Eurocentric theater as if it was the Bible, and for me, as a chocolate, kinky-haired girl, there was no way in," Davis said. She continued, "To perform in Shakespeare or George Bernard Shaw or Eugene O'Neill, I felt like what was required of me was to make any hint of my Blackness disappear, that it would somehow be a good thing if the audience could forget I was Black." Davis went on to win a Tony Award for her performance in Wilson's King Hedley II and an Academy Award for her role in the 2016 film adaptation of Wilson's Fences, among many other accolades for her performances in The Help and How to Get Away with Murder. She also told The Telegraph that she thinks dark-skinned Black women do not have the same freedoms as white actresses in the film industry. "There is still a sense that a woman has to look a certain way and be a certain age in order to be sexual on screen, and if those rules are broken, they're broken for white actresses only. And they're wonderful white actresses, Meryl Streep in Hope Springs or Diane Keaton in Something's Gotta Give. But I don't feel like that same freedom has been extended to Black women, especially dark-skinned Black women. I simply don't see it," Davis said. In any case, Viola is not the only Black actor who has given her 2 cents on Hollywood's mistreatment of young talent. In 2018, renowned actor and director Bill Duke shared valuable insights in an interview with Film Courage, warning aspiring Black actors about the challenges they might face in Hollywood. With a candid tone, Duke emphasized the importance of playing chess in an industry that often feels like a high-stakes game of checkers. In his words, Duke offered a sobering reality check to those entering the entertainment business, shedding light on the harsh realities of rejection, betrayal, and self-doubt that many actors face.
So betrayal happens all the time. Betrayal, rejection, and this is part of our industry.
Despite these challenges, Duke's message also carried a beacon of hope, encouraging young talents to embrace self-discovery, confidence, and innovation in their pursuit of success. Duke started the conversation by discussing the stark statistics within the industry. Only 20% of actors find regular work within the Screen Actors Guild and the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. Out of this percentage, merely 10% manage to earn a substantial income exceeding $100,000 annually. These numbers underscore the fierce competition and the daunting odds that newcomers must confront. The initial dreams and aspirations that lead individuals to Hollywood are often met with a barrage of rejection, creating a deep sense of pain and self-doubt.
You're coming in here with hope and dreams, right? Along with thousands of other people that look as good as you on the same day you're coming.
Duke empathetically highlighted the emotional toll that continuous rejection takes on aspiring actors. Facing rejection day in and day out for years can erode one's confidence and self-worth, leading to self-deprecation and despair. Many individuals resort to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as substance abuse to numb the pain, a path Duke himself acknowledged falling into briefly during his early days in the industry. However, he also shared a beacon of hope, emphasizing the importance of finding healthy outlets like meditation to overcome these challenges. Despite the grim realities, Duke urged aspiring actors to find solace in self-discovery and inner confidence. He emphasized the transformative power of self-evaluation and inner strength, encouraging individuals to take charge of their own destinies. In today's digital age, the barriers to entry have significantly lowered. Actors no longer need to wait to be discovered. They can create their own opportunities through podcasts, webisodes, and online platforms.
You don't have to wait to be discovered. You can put podcasts and webisodes up.
Between talent, business acumen, and industry dynamics, Duke's candid insights served as a wake-up call for aspiring artists, emphasizing the importance of not just talent, but also strategic thinking and industry understanding in the pursuit of success. Duke's words cut through the romanticized notion that talent alone could pave the way to stardom. He underscored a crucial truth. In an industry driven by connections and networks, talent could be rendered insignificant if one lacked a pathway to realizing their dreams. You have to have a mission, a path, path, Duke asserted, highlighting the necessity of a clear vision and strategic approach in an ever-competitive field. Duke's blunt assessment of the industry revealed a bitter pill to swallow. He acknowledged the existence of a disturbing trend where individuals resorted to exploiting personal relationships or exchanging favors for career advancement. While he did not mince his words, he brought attention to a harsh truth. Relying solely on talent was a naive approach in the cutthroat world of Hollywood. In an environment where exploitation often lurked behind the scenes, Duke's words served as a cautionary tale, urging aspiring artists to be aware of the potential pitfalls. Duke's analogy, comparing the industry to a game of pimping and hoe, painted a vivid picture of the power dynamics at play. He emphasized the importance of being more than just a pretty face or a gifted performer. According to him, being used by the industry was inevitable for many, but the key lay in leveraging that period of being utilized. In this game, agents and managers acted as intermediaries, seeking out individuals who could be molded and marketed. However, Duke's wisdom lay in the understanding that artists must find a way to ensure their talent worked for them, not against them.
Talent is one aspect of it, but the business of making sure that your talent is leveraged to your benefit also. You should own something.
Aside from the dark underbelly of Hollywood, Bill also shared his early life and the bad things that happened to him for being Black. You see, in the quiet innocence of childhood, young hearts are often shielded from the harsh realities of the world. However, for Bill Duke, growing up in an era marred by racial prejudice meant confronting bigotry at an early age. In a poignant interview, he revealed his struggles, giving us a glimpse into his journey of resilience and triumph against racism. Duke recounted a chilling incident from his youth, a day etched into his memory when he and his sister were walking home from church. In a horrifying encounter, 3 bikers, fueled by hatred and ignorance, verbally assaulted them with racial slurs. The situation quickly escalated into a physical altercation, leaving Duke battered and bloodied. This traumatic incident was not isolated. It was one of many encounters with racism that would shape his understanding of the world. The racism Duke faced wasn't confined to the streets. It also seeped into institutions meant to protect citizens. He vividly remembered an encounter with a police officer who uttered disparaging remarks about his family. Such incidents were a painful reminder of the prejudice deeply ingrained in society, fueling Duke's growing resentment towards white people. The interview shed light on the appalling practice of lynching, a gruesome reality where African Americans were hanged from trees, subjected to inhumane acts reminiscent of medieval torture methods. These horrifying accounts painted a stark picture of the brutality faced by Duke's community, leaving scars that went beyond physical wounds. Aside from Duke, another celebrity who has spoken on the shady side of Hollywood is Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard has been stirring up some serious drama in Hollywood, airing his grievances about the industry's alleged agenda to feminize Black men. According to him, the path to success in Tinseltown is paved with effeminacy, but he's not the only one spilling the tea on this matter. Dave Chappelle, known for his bold statements, was one of the first to suggest that there's more to this story. Remember that infamous Oprah interview back in 2006? Dave spilled it all, revealing how he turned down a jaw-dropping $50 million deal and jetted off to Africa. And why? Well, it turns out he wasn't too thrilled about being coerced into wearing a dress for a movie alongside Martin Lawrence.
When I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be, but certain dots, like when I see that they put every Black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, these brothers gotta wear a dress.
He then went on to explain the situation he was in, stating, "I'm doing a movie with Martin, yeah. The movie's going good, so I walk into the trailer and I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here." Then they come in, the writer comes in, I think he's the writer. He's like, "Listen, we've got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail, so he disguises you as a prostitute and puts this dress on you." And I'm like, huh? No, I'm not doing it. I don't feel comfortable with that. Dave also shared that he told the producers he was uncomfortable putting on the dress and felt it was completely unnecessary for the scene. However, the producers brought in the director, and they all tried to make it look like he was difficult to work with. The producers finally relented once they realized that Dave wouldn't buckle under pressure. Dave revealed to Oprah that they seemed prepared for this scenario because they already had another version of the script written in case he refused to wear the dress. Kevin Hart was grilled about Dave Chappelle's bombshell accusations regarding Black entertainers being coerced coerced into wearing dresses. While Kevin didn't outright declare a ban on dress-wearing roles, he echoed Dave's sentiments, emphasizing the importance of sticking to one's principles. Kevin made it clear that he's fiercely protective of his brand and wouldn't dare do anything that might tarnish it. So, when Kevin appeared on SNL wearing a dress a few years later, many fans couldn't help but feel like he sold himself out for fame. Interestingly, right after that stint, Kevin's career skyrocketed. He began landing roles in big-budget productions and filling stadiums with his stand-up shows. While some fans dismissed this as just another conspiracy theory, many others pointed out a compelling argument. They noted that numerous black actors and comedians in Hollywood made it big by cross-dressing, citing films like Big Mama's House, White Chicks, The Nutty Professor, and Norbit. Anyway, another actor who has spoken about the hardships faced by up-and-coming actors is Monique. Monique claims that Tyler has been mistreating his actors to such an extent that some of them are too afraid to speak up. For context, Monique won the prestigious Best Supporting Actress award at the 2009 Oscars. Now, you would think that after such recognition, her career would skyrocket, right? Well, hold on to your horses because things didn't exactly go as expected. It turns out that the beef between Monique and Tyler Perry originated from her refusal to promote the film Precious, which was not part of her contractual obligations. Monique has revealed her reasons for declining to campaign for the film. Firstly, she didn't want to sacrifice precious family time by attending festivals and press junkets. Secondly, she emphasized that she had no contractual obligations to do so. Initially, she agreed to star in the independent movie Precious, directed by Lee Daniels, for a meager $50,000. However, the project gained immense acclaim at the Sundance Film Festival, and both Perry and Oprah came on board as executive producers, giving the film a significant boost. According to Monique, the Precious team urged her to campaign for the movie, but she made it crystal clear that she wouldn't do it without fair compensation. She stated that she wasn't willing to prioritize Hollywood over her principles. She recounted a conversation she had with Perry at the Neighborhood Awards, where she made it known that she wouldn't work for free. Initially, they seemed to come to a mutual understanding and even hugged it out. But soon after, rumors began to circulate, labeling Monique as difficult to work with. Perry went as far as bad-mouthing her to director David E. Talbert. In a recent appearance on Turned Out with T.S. Madison, the then 54-year-old actress and comedian addressed her long-standing claims of being blackballed. Monique, known for her bold statements, once again called out Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels, accusing them of damaging her career after she declined to participate in the awards campaign for the film Precious. During the interview, Monique revealed that after years of tension, Perry finally reached out to her in an attempt to reconcile their differences. She shared that Perry expressed remorse for how he treated her and assured her that he intended to publicly apologize. Monique even claimed to have recorded their conversation, which was later confirmed by the show's host, T.S. Madison. Monique revealed that she shared the recorded audio with other artists like Kevin Hart and Reverend Al Sharpton. Reportedly, they advised Perry to reconnect with Monique. Initially hesitant, Perry eventually conveyed through a friend that he would only speak to Monique under two conditions. Her husband manager would not be involved, and she needed to apologize to him and Oprah for her accusations of being blackballed. But that never happened. Meanwhile, another celebrity who has spoken about Hollywood's vileness is Tommy Davidson. Davidson once revealed that some of his former co-stars had allegedly blacklisted him after he refused to go by their demands. And one such person, according to Tommy, was Jamie Foxx. In a revealing conversation with Vlad TV, comedian Tommy Davidson opened up about his past experiences collaborating with the versatile entertainer Jamie Foxx. While fans have long applauded their comedic partnership, Davidson shared an untold story, shedding light on the darker aspects of their working relationship within the realm of Black celebrity culture. Davidson commenced the interview by revisiting the early days of their collaboration, painting a picture of their relationship that wasn't always harmonious. He pointed out that the first signs of discord surfaced during their initial skit together. Although Davidson clarified that the infamous underwear incident didn't occur during their debut performance, it foreshadowed the turbulence that characterized their collaboration. A pivotal moment in their partnership, as Davidson recalled, was the creation of the Ugly Woman sketch. This particular sketch became a standout success, thanks to Jamie Foxx's natural charm and comedic brilliance. Davidson acknowledged Foxx's contribution, expressing gratitude for his role in bringing the sketch to life, allowing them to play off each other effectively. While their on-screen chemistry was palpable, it was the the unscripted moments behind the scenes that unveiled a more disconcerting facet of their relationship. One incident, in particular, stood out as a defining moment in Davidson's tenure with Jamie Foxx. During the Ugly Woman sketch, Davidson's costume consisted of nothing more than a pair of Speedos. In a scene where his character was supposed to flee from Foxx's portrayal of an ugly woman, Foxx crossed a line, attempting to physically strip off Davidson's Speedos in front of the entire crew.
Dude grabs the Speedos from behind and tries to rip them off of me in front of everybody.
The incident between Tommy Davidson and Jamie Foxx, initially intended to be lighthearted and comedic, took a distressing turn, highlighting a deeply troubling aspect within the black entertainment industry. Davidson's revelation during the interview shed light on a distressing reality: the tendency for fellow black celebrities to humiliate one another, often in a bid to outshine their peers and gain favor from influential figures, particularly white elites. What started as a playful scene on screen spiraled into an uncomfortable situation behind the scenes. Jamie Foxx's attempt to forcibly undress Davidson left him feeling not just embarrassed but violated. In this candid account, Davidson shared the immense discomfort he experienced, emphasizing how he had to hold on to his Speedos desperately, trying to prevent the situation from escalating further. The incident exposed a lack of respect and boundaries, casting a shadow on the camaraderie that should ideally exist among peers in the industry. This incident highlighted a distressing pattern within the black entertainment sphere: the subtle yet toxic competition among black celebrities. In a bid to secure a coveted spot in the limelight, some individuals resort to undermining their fellow artists, perpetuating humiliation and disrespect. The motivation behind these actions often seems rooted in a misguided belief that demeaning a peer could curry favor with influential figures, particularly those in positions of power within the predominantly white entertainment industry. What makes this situation even more disheartening is the brief contemplation of physical retaliation by Davidson.
For 2 seconds, I turned around and I was like, I'll break your nose. You know what I mean? And then I was like,
Davis's decision not to engage in a physical altercation was a pivotal moment that could have drastically changed the trajectory of their relationship. In the interview, he mentioned the fleeting thought of retaliating, but ultimately opted for restraint. He reasoned that such an altercation would have gone down in history, altering their careers and possibly their personal lives forever. This moment of contemplation underlines the intense pressure and discomfort Davis must have felt during this tumultuous encounter with Jamie Foxx. What's more, in his memoir, Living in Color: What's Funny About Me, published in 2020, Tommy Davidson delved into his experiences working alongside Jamie Foxx. Despite acknowledging Foxx's talent, Davidson painted a picture of a competitive individual whose humor often crossed the line into what Davidson described as mercilessly mean. He alleged that Foxx resorted to bullying and making fun of him, believing it would earn him favor with In Living Color creator Keenan Ivory Wayans. Davidson recounted an incident during the filming of the 1997 comedy Booty Call, where Foxx vehemently rejected being labeled a supporting actor. According to Davidson, Foxx was determined to steal every scene, creating an atmosphere of intense competition between them. Davidson recalled a day when Foxx challenged him to a one-on-one basketball match. Davidson claimed to have been leading 9-0 when Foxx aggressively charged at him, putting him at risk of injury. Although Davidson contemplated teaching Foxx a lesson, the crew intervened, preventing any further escalation. Following the release of his memoir, Davidson shared in an interview with Page Six that he hadn't heard from Foxx since he candidly discussed their strained relationship in the book. Davidson clarified that his remarks about Foxx were not meant as shade, but rather as a way to shed light on his own journey. "I threw some light on this because the book actually was about how my odyssey can help the reader," Davidson said. "So I just pointed out all the situations I was in that I was able to eventually transcend. It was really a roadmap for the reader, not only understand something but overstand it." In the interview with Page Six, Davidson also expressed his piece with Foxx's alleged behavior. He mentioned encountering one of the Wayans brothers recently and finding solace in their shared camaraderie. Reflecting on the intense pressure he and his co-stars felt while working with Foxx, Davidson acknowledged the pervasive sentiment of needing to, quote-unquote, keep up with Jamie. This sentiment highlighted the competitive environment that permeated their professional relationships, underscoring the challenges faced by black celebrities striving to succeed within the industry. In any case, these instances serve as a stark reminder of the prevailing prevailing power dynamics within the entertainment industry. They highlight the measures to which some Black celebrities may go to secure their positions in the limelight, even if it entails diminishing themselves. This detrimental behavior not only fractures the sense of unity within the Black community, but also reinforces damaging stereotypes, impeding progress toward authentic equality and mutual respect. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.